1.3 kilograms of extras. We're trying to figure out how we're going to get on the plane. We're chucking stuff that we don't absolutely have to have.
That just means you're not carrying any books.
Yeah. 3:01 in the morning in Lima, and it's been a long trip getting here, trying to figure out all these COVID requirements and whatever. And now the room we thought we had lined up at this room hotel is not available. Because how do you book a room for 3 a.m. when you're going to sleep until 11 and then go to your other hotel? What day do you book that? So we don't know what we're going to do now. We're on foot. It's 4 o'clock. We got our phones working and worked my way through a phone conversation with the hotel. And we have a taxi coming called De La Cruz. And we're gonna go out and catch the taxi to our hotel and then something else. Now we're getting our travel on here. Let's see what time we got now. 4:20. And if we translated the Spanish right, this is going to our hotel.
Oh gosh.
You lazy sacks. It's like 10 o'clock. Wakey wakey. Look outside. It's almost lunch. First shot of Inca Cola.
There's 6 packs.
Reminds me of something.
Like, is that?
Can't quite put your finger on it. Okay, ¿cómo se llama? ¿Cómo se llama?
His name is David.
I'm David.
I'm Diana.
David and Diana, the first people we met in Lima, and they're helping us out, telling us everything, where to go, what to watch for. Gracias.
Gracias.
Peru was very strict. You couldn't get in any business without proof of vaccination. Once we got over our jet lag and had some lunch, we were about 6 blocks from the coast, so we walked down to Miraflores, and they got a really nice mall there. What are we doing?
Renting bikes.
We rented bikes and rode probably 6 miles down the coast. It was a really beautiful coast. It was a really beautiful city.
You're gonna hit the curve. Holy crap, Dad.
Oh, double masters are hot. I'm telling you. One thing that fascinates me about travel is you get dropped into these different cultures and you just try to learn and understand all these new ways of living. And I just stood up on top of our hotel building and just was there for hours, just with my binoculars, checking everything out, seeing how everybody lived. It was just amazing. Lima is such a beautiful city. Sunset was just beautiful. Very clean, very nice city. Just don't go out at night. Okay, we just went on the most amazing tour of the San Francisco Cathedral here in Lima, Peru. They covered everything, every detail. The only problem was it was all in Spanish, like Charlie Brown's teacher. Nothing, got nothing. Said, I know at the end she said, "Muy bueno, vamos, muy bueno, vamos." But yeah, nothing. God, drives me nuts. I can't understand all that Spanish. Amazing catacombs, though. We'll try to steal some pictures off the internet because they wouldn't let us video or take pictures or anything. Super cool. After the catacombs, we went and explored around the old town. But this was during the Omicron blow up, and the place was just deserted. Everything was closed. Really missed out on a lot of stuff. Our meal, we're in a Chinese restaurant that we don't know what we ordered because it's too hard to understand. But it comes with the whole chug-a-lug of Inca Cola. Maybe, come on, pork. Come on, vamos. got a big old bowl of soup coming. You right in front of the perfect person. Okay, Porter, pour me up a chug. Inca Cola tastes like bubblegum. Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Catherine.
It tastes like bubblegum.
It's totally bubblegum.
Markets are crazy. Meat section's Lima Peru market. And it stinks. Pollo. Pescado. Hormigas, pescado.
Yeah, this reminds me of so many movies.
It does?
Yeah, all the beeping and the noise and everything.
Yeah. We're hustling because I lined up a taxi from our hotel because you don't trust taxi drivers here. So we're passing all this cool stuff, running to get down to Hotel Bolivar, and we're late. Hotel Bolivar, and there's our guy. You just don't trust every random taxi around here. You have to line it up through your hotel, they'll rob you. And this plaza behind me is where I went 20 years ago with the trip when I came with Alan Light. 5 in the morning, day 3. We're boarding our Peru Hop bus. We wanted to go around Peru on a bus and really see the country. Alright, we're on the bus and there's 2 other people. That's it.
Paracas es un lugar pequeño, entonces
I have a very detailed Peru Hop review video. I'll link in the description and maybe put it on here if I can. Really fun way to get around Peru. My family was still jet lagged, so they pretty much slept the whole way. But I was really surprised at the country we went through, the desert and the desolation. I didn't picture that in Peru. Okay, we just arrived in Paracas. 3.5 hour drive through the most desolate Afghanistan looking desert I've ever seen. Gracias.
Okay, bye.
We're at Paracas, I think. And this is our hotel.
Come on out. Yeah, come on. Come on. It's pretty snug. Put your head down. No problem here. What do you think, Paracas?
I like the sand dunes everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty Afghanistan. Okay, we're in Paracas. We got our room, and we can't go to the island tour today because the wind's blowing. The Navy shut the island down. First time since September. So we're just gonna go for a walkabout till we find get some food. We're here for 2 nights. Might have to rent a Hobie cat, man. These are hairless Peruvian dogs. I forget what they're called, but they're all over. Weird looking dogs. What do they got,
2 masks.
It's too hot, huh? Paracas is a very small town out in the middle of nowhere. First stop, it's a great place. It has some luxury 5-star hotels if you're interested in that, but it's an interesting little place. Got a lot of history from fishing. It's a really vibrant fishing community. I was a commercial fisherman once, so I really loved this part of it. See all the docks active. A lot of little boats, do a lot of little fishing, and the colors and everything was just so cool. Got up early one morning and kind of went out and droned all this stuff. It was a beautiful morning. This dolphin was out fishing also. 3 days after we left Paracas, on this beach, there was a small tsunami that washed clear into the second block. The next day we finally got to go on the tour of BALLESTAS Island. This was set up through Peru Hop, and it was only $18 per person for a half-day excursion out to the island, which I thought was pretty great. It's about a 45-minute ride out there. Paracas has a big bay, deepwater bay, so it's like a shipping port also. Bring a lot of industry in and out of Paracas that way. This is where Peru starts to fascinate you. Our first stop out of Lima, and you have the candelabra, dating back to 200 BC. It's 600 feet tall, dug down in the sand 2 feet. This is facing the north. They really don't know why it's there. There's a lot of theories, but the ancient history in Peru is absolutely fascinating. If you're going to the island, I highly recommend you take one of these stabilizers. Boat's moving a lot. The BALLESTAS Islands are also called the Little Galapagos. Millions of birds, millions of birds. I really wasn't expecting this on the tour. I had no idea what we're getting into. Penguins, these caves and just tunnels that were just fascinating, amazing birds everywhere. I've never seen more birds in my life. Oh, double arch, double arch.
Where?
BALLESTAS Island has a pretty amazing history. All of the white on the island is bird poop, but it's called guano, and it was the best nitrate fertilizer they had ever found. So in the 1800s, Peru's #1 export and the most money-making thing they exported was guano. And they dug it off the island, loaded it on these docks onto ships, and shipped it all over the world. So much so that in the 1800s there was 2 wars over the export and the money around guano. In 1908, they formed the Guano Administration, which ended the wars. BALLESTAS Islands are now a natural preserve. Absolutely go on this tour if you get near it. Anyway, that's the end of this one.